There's an interesting double-page spread in The Observer today, headlined, UK PLC is in a fix. We've got suggestions that the non-dom clampdown is going to cost $4 billion. We've got all businesses, big and small, against the workers' rights bill that Angela Rayner is trying to push through Parliament. And now we've got Downing Street refusing to rule out a wealth tax. How is that going to help growth, Heidi Alexander?
So what we saw in the first 3 months of this year was the British economy outperforming all other economies in the G7, which is the collection of most advanced economies in the world. And so, when we stood for election last year, we said that we would get the economy firing on all cylinders. We're not going to be able to do this overnight. The previous government, the Conservatives, tanked the economy over 14 years. There was stagnant growth during that time. We're not going to be able to change everything overnight. But what I would say, Camilla, is that the fact that we have secured £120 billion of inward investment since we came into office is a sign of international capital looking at the UK as a place where they want to invest. In fact, Deloitte produced a report a couple of weeks ago saying that once we had done that US trade deal, it is actually one of the, if not the most attractive place for global investors to come and set up businesses and expand their operations.
Hang on. The Chancellor herself, back in 2022, tweeted this: GDP figures see dramatic drop to 0.1% in March. We must have an emergency budget. So last week, the economy shrunk by 0.1%, exactly the same figure that Rachel Reeves cited in 2022, calling for an emergency budget. So when the economy shrinks under the Conservatives, it's a national emergency. When it shrinks under Rachel Reeves, everything is going swimmingly. You can't possibly convince people that the economy right now is in a good state, when you've even got The Observer, which is left-leaning, saying that the economy is tanking.
So look, GDP figures do bump around from month to month. If you consider the overall picture of the British economy, having secured 3 trade deals, one with the US, one with the European Union, one with India, those are all trade deals that the previous government sought to agree. The Conservatives tried for years to get an India free trade deal and never succeeded. We have come into office and we have done that. When I speak to businesses in my constituency about we had the fastest growing economy out of the G7 countries in the first 3 months of this year. Of course we want to go further.
That was before the April changes kicked in.
More economic growth. So look, we've also, since the election, created nearly 400,000 jobs. We've seen 4 interest rates since we've come to power.
Hirings are down by 270,000.
Look, when I speak to people in my constituency, businesses and ordinary householders, what they're interested in is, do I feel better off and do I have more confidence in the economy? And so, look, of course we've got more to do, and we are never going to be complacent, because making sure that we grow the economy so that we can invest in public services, our schools and hospitals, is the #1 priority of this government.
All right.